Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 474. Business elements, business structure. How do you set up? And then switch over. There we go. Oh, there's Stanley hanging out. I'm using my Z Fold today because I got a new battery in my iPhone and it's charging. So let's see if we can get this set up. Okay, there we are. All right. My new author business shirt. So anyway, business financial setup. Decide your need. Are you going to be a sole proprietorship or do you want some more involved level of business ownership? If you set up a sole proprietorship in Alaska, that's an S corporation. In many other states, it's an LLC. Just understand the term of sole proprietorship. The business structure for that it will be unique based on your state, but sole proprietorship, it allows flow through taxation. It allows a much leaner type of business operation. An LLC in Alaska, now you need to have a board, you need to have multiple members, you need to have annual minutes, you need to have all of this stuff. In other states, that's the S corporation that you have all of this other stuff. C corporation, you always have that stuff no matter which state you're in. And some states, maybe none of the above. You just run it as a business and you attach it to your taxes. The big thing for the structure is legal protections and taxes. How can you do your business? So understand, in the United States, it is very unique to each state. At the federal level, sole proprietorships, federal treats that as an LLC, a limited liability corporation. And that's how the taxes look at it. But then you file your 1040, you've got your Schedule C where you put all of your stuff down. And even if you don't have a business structure within the state, you can still file a business type tax based off your Social Security number and your Schedule C. Me, I have the sole proprietorship through an S corporation in Alaska, so I still file Schedule C. I run everything through my Social Security number, even though I also have an EIN. I issue 1099 MISCs, royalties, as well as NEC, non-employee compensation 1099s to all the people who help me during the year. I have an accountant to do that because it's a pain in the ass, but it's not hard. I do my own taxes just because it would be embarrassing not to, for me. All right. Federal, if you have an EIN and you're using that for your business structure in Alaska, even with an S Corp, if I use my EIN, now I'm subject to their restrictions and a 9.9% tax on my income when there is no state income tax in Alaska. So that's why I do sole proprietorship with flow-through taxation, so I don't pay this extra 10% tax. So that'd only be $35,000 to $40,000 extra that I would spend by organizing that way. Now, you can always increase your business protections later. If you find that you do need a C corporation, you do need a huge structure, well, then you can establish that. But going backwards, going from a C corporation smaller, it's a huge pain in the buttocks, and you have to file more paperwork, and it's painful. I have done that, and I don't recommend it because a lot of people don't believe you. They think, you're trying to just get out from under your taxes, and we're going to tax you. We're going to penalize you. We're going to make you pay. Yeah, no. So go one way. Don't go backwards. Don't over-establish at the beginning. You want to treat your author business like a real business. You want to make sure that you're accounting for all of your royalties, all of your revenue, and all of your expenses, and putting that in documentation that the U.S. government can then provide that oversight because they don't trust you and they want a cut of your success, but that's just the cost of doing business. Every country does that. Malta, the least of all, but still every country does that to some extent. Most filings can be done online, but keep all your business info together. Keep all of your passwords because every site will be like, oh, hey, just establish a quick password here. And then all of a sudden you're going to need that site later and you can't remember it. So Iowa, I filed for a business license in Iowa to sell at a conference, sell at a convention quite a few years ago, and they never forget. I filed 0 sales in Iowa for the last 3 or 4 years, and they still send me, hey, you have to file your taxes, 000, here you go, thank you, way to go waste all that money. But they do. They still have high hopes that I'm going to sell a book, and then I'm going to pay them 10 or 20%. It's a kind of a ridiculous number if you have low sales. All right, supplemental stuff. Joe Solari, always recommend follow him for business advice. Get a free consult, and then see if you want to retain his services later. Well worth the price of admission. And at 20 Books Vegas 2021 Day 2, Maggie Marr, Legal Issues for Authors, and Maggie will be back in Vegas for 2022. So you'll be able to see her, ask her questions, and go to her presentations on various legal issues as they apply to authors. All right. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully this video was nice and clear, because my Z Fold seems to love me, and it's nice and clear there, but I don't know. Peace, fellow humans.